Welcome back to another video. So I thought it was time to update you on my 365-day project, and I was always planning to do an update at 4 months, which I did in May, and then at 8 months for the end of August, beginning of September. And then things have just got so busy because I'm releasing the advent calendar next week, and I thought I don't have time to do that video anymore, but I realised it's 4 months worth of work, and hopefully you'll enjoy seeing all the new collages. So I'm going to record this as quickly as possible, so it won't be a very long video, and edit it as quickly as possible, which is a bigger challenge because the edit always takes me so long. And just so you can see a little update, and then obviously I'll do one at the beginning of 2026 showing you the whole project. And I've had to come downstairs today because my desk in the studio isn't big enough for all these collages. And so ignore the sound of the fridge. Winnie's just started to eat her breakfast. Even though it's been sat there all morning, she's decided now's the time. So if you can hear any of that, just ignore it. So I'm going to lay out all the collages I've done so far. So that's 8 months worth. So you would have seen the first 4 months worth in the first video if you've seen that. And then I'll add the next 4 months. And it's already like mid-September now, so I'm halfway through September as well, but I won't show you those collages. But if you want to see what I've done so far in September, if you head to my website and the collages page, I kind of keep that up to date every like 5 to 10 days. So you'll be able to see some of the September collages already there. So if you're new here, the idea about this project was to create a collage a day for the whole of 2025, and to focus on things that make me happy each day, like things I notice that make me smile. So like to try and kind of stay mentally positive, or as much as possible. So yeah, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to keep up with it, but I am quite stubborn, and when I come up with an idea, I tend to follow through with it. I need to make sure they're not stuck together because that happened last time I laid them out. So it's been quite a challenge to keep up with the collages, especially in the summer. I had like quite a difficult July and fell behind with the collages. So then I was doing there was 1 week where I had to catch up on the previous 8 days of collages, which isn't like, I would love to say I did one every day for a year. There is one to represent each day for a year, but inevitably, you know, you have a difficult day or just a really busy day, or you're away or something and you just don't have time, or you're not in the mood. But I've always caught up, and I've always taken pictures to remind myself of what I did each day, and things like that. So hopefully the project's still authentic to what it was meant to be. It's just human nature. You're not always going to be able to, well, you're not a robot. You're not going to be able to do the same thing every day. So the collages have definitely got more colourful as the year's gone on, because obviously the sun's come out. These ones I'm laying out here are still January, February, and you can definitely tell the days were grayer, it was frosty, and yeah, it's nice that it gets brighter as the project's gone on. Oh, are you coming up, Winnie? Come on. Hey. You gonna? Yeah. And I'm sure as autumn hits, they'll get a bit more autumnal colours, and then when winter comes again, I'm guessing they'll go a bit more grey and blue, just because I'm often inspired by nature, and that changes a lot in the UK because of the seasons. So I finished laying out the first 4 months that you would have already seen if you've seen the previous video, and satisfyingly they fitted perfectly on a certain amount of lines, although there might be some that are kind of stuck together, but I don't think so, but you never quite know because some of them are thicker than others. So these are May, June, July, August that I'm putting down now. So some of them really stand out to me. I know I was with friends this day and we went to some botanical gardens, and there were carp in the carp or koi carp. Anyway, they were fish. And then other days I can't place. This one we went to Malvern, I believe. So yeah, some stand out more than others. This one we went to Cirencester, because that's a house in Cirencester I collage. So, but then others like this day, I've got no idea. I guess I read a book that day because it says reading on the back. So it really does kind of depend like how much something sticks in my head. And I thought when I started this project, like I didn't really expect to see any progression in my collaging because it's something I do quite a lot. And I don't know, I just didn't expect to see a change in my collages, but I do feel like they've got better since I started. And yeah, weirdly, it wasn't really something I was expecting. I just thought it wouldn't really be noticeable, but I guess, you know, practice, it does help. So yeah, I think I prefer them as they go through, depending though, because sometimes I go through a time where I don't have very much time to spare for this project, and then I notice a decline in the quality of them, or just like they're really simple. So now I'm into July. So even though July was a month where things were a bit tricky for me, I think it turned out to be like the most colourful month, because maybe I was just looking for the good things, you know, like really focusing on what little joys there were. And also, of course, it was sunny. The garden was looking colourful, so that helped as well. So in the first video where I showed you the first 4 months of this project, I then put together a card design for each month. So I chose 9 collages from each month to make into a card. And I have done that for these 4 months, these new ones, but I've already done it, so I won't be doing it on the video. I did it before so I could get them printed so that my September was a little bit easier with the advent calendar launch. So I'll show you those in a second. I really like them. So it's nice that now I've got 8 designs to offer on my website of the collage cards. Okay, annoyingly, I've got 2 left over this time, so they're just going to have to sit down there. So it's even more satisfying this time to see them all because it's so colourful, and yeah, it's double the amount of collages here as last time, and it looked like a lot last time, and it looks like a lot this time, and I might have to get a bigger table to show you all of them when I finish the project at the end of December. But it also looks like not enough. Like, how have there only been this many days in the year? And that's confusing me because the years felt short and long all at once. But I'm like looking in my box to be like, have I got all of the collages? But I believe I have. There should be around, what's 2/3 of a year? Like over 200 collages, I believe. So yeah, crazy. So I'll show you the card designs. So I'll recap on the other card designs. Which ones are they? These. I know, let's do it in order, otherwise that will just be upsetting, won't it? So at the moment you can buy these 2 card packs separately, or you can buy them in the card listing, which is like make your own card packs. So you can buy 10 different cards. I'm getting so confused here. I know, that's right. But when I finish all 12 card designs, so at the beginning of next year, I'll have like a listing for all 12 if you prefer that. And there'll hopefully be some other card designs that are more themed as well. So I've put these on my shop now, so when you watch this you can go buy them. But if you want the advent calendar, just wait till next week and buy them all at once so you're not having to pay postage twice. So we've got the January one, which was like the frosty design. I don't know, it just feels really wintry to me with the robin on it as well. We've got the February one where you started to see the daffodils and quite a few birds on that one. March, was when things started to warm up. I started to get in the garden a bit more, started to hang washing on the line for the first time in the year. And then April, it was like wild garlic scones, bluebells, and just like fresh leaves, springtime. So these are the new ones. So I really like June. It might be my favourite. You've got the blackbird and the baby blackbird, like the fledgling, because we've got a cherry tree that overhangs our garden, and the birds were just going crazy for it in June, so I had to collage them. And yeah, it's just like a nice summery card. It is my birthday in June, so it kind of makes sense why that would be my favourite. But July could also be my favourite because I really love this one because it's got a real gardening theme. This kind of feels like a themed card. You've got the greenhouse in the middle, and the watering can, tomatoes, sweet peas, sunflowers, figs. There are some pigs as well. There's a bit of a story behind that one because I didn't actually see pigs that day, but me and my sister who had flown over from Australia spent the whole afternoon on the sofa eating, and we called ourselves sofa pigs, and that is me and my sister. So there's little things like that that I'll know and you wouldn't know from seeing an image, which is quite nice. And then we've got, oh no, this is May. I did do it out of order. Okay, May before June, obviously after April. Yeah, just like a nice springtime selection of collages, like the ducklings. It was windy, so there was a kite, and foxgloves, wildflowers. And then we've got August, so we've got, our apples have gone crazy this year, so we've had a lot of apples. We went blueberry picking, we stayed in a camper van, strawberries, sloes. So yeah, that's August. So they're all in my shop right now, but as I said, if you want to get the advent calendar, then I'd wait till next week. And they come like this, the card packs. So I think that's everything. Was there anything else I was meant to say? Possibly not. Maybe I should just finish it here and call it done. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed seeing the update, and I'm pleased that you have been enjoying seeing this project because I've had a lot of nice feedback on it. Oh, and the last thing was I have managed to secure a gallery to show these collages in next year for about 6 weeks in the summer. So I'll be framing them all up. So I think I'm going to frame them up month by month. Haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do it yet. And then all the products that I create from this, so like cards and all the other products that I have in my head, like a 2027 calendar, will be for sale alongside it in the exhibition. And I'll give more details about that at the end of the year, I think. But I'm really excited that you'll be able to come and see them in person, because they're so different in person, because they're so small, and it's nice to be able to stand up close and actually have a good look at them. So thank you for watching this video. Early next week there'll be a video about the advent calendar, how I made it, show you everything, and then it will, at the end of the video, I'll give you a bit of warning to sign up to the newsletter if you're not already, and then you'll get an email when they're available. So if you want, you can just sign up to my newsletter now in anticipation of that. But if you've already signed up and you've been getting newsletters from me, you don't need to do anything.